Is Norma with all my crafts, and now that we're done with the mermaid tail, I'm going to show you how to make the little halter top to match. And this is done in 3 rows, and it ties at the neck, and on the back it's secured by a button. And I'm going to also show you how to make this crown, and this is 3 rows as well. So it's fairly easy. So let me get the materials and show you what we need to make those 2 items. So to make this, we're going to need a crochet hook size H, and again we are going to use the Red Heart Super Saver ombre yarn in the color Sea Coral, and it is a size 4 medium weight yarn. So to start off with, we are going to need a chain of 35, which I've already done here, and in row number 1, all we're going to do is do a half double crochet all the way across. So we're going to start in the second chain. So we're skipping the first one, going to the second one, and going into that top loop only. And we're going to do a half double crochet. So that's all we're doing for row 1, is just a half double crochet across. And at the end of row 1, you should have a total of 34 stitches. So I'm going to continue to do half double crochets along this chain, and I'll meet you at the end of row 1 with 34 stitches. We're at the end of row 1, and I'm going to just finish my last half double crochet. So row 2, we're going to do the chain 1, and in row 2 we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do half double crochets all the way across to the end, and you should have a total of 34 half double crochets at the end of row 2. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you here at the end of row number 2. So we're at the end of row number 2, and I'm going to do my chain 1. I'm going to turn my work over to start row number 3. And in row number 3, we're going to start with 11 single crochets. So starting with this first stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, now in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 half double crochet. Then in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to do 3 treble crochets. We're going to do 4 treble crochets in the same stitch. So, okay, that's a triple. So let me do that again. Yarn over twice, insert, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. So now we have 2 triples. We need a total of 4 in the same stitch. So that's 3, and we need to do 1 more. Okay, that's 4. And my work is a little knotted here, so I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. My yarn got a little tangled there. So we did our 4 treble crochets in the same stitch. Now in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. Next stitch, we're going to do 1 half double crochet. And the next stitch, we're going to do a single crochet and then a slip stitch into the same stitch. Okay, so that's what we have. Now in the next stitch, we're going to start off with a slip stitch and then a single crochet. Oh, let me try that again. Single crochet, a slip stitch, and a single crochet in the same stitch. Then we're going to do in the next stitch 1 half double crochet. Then in the next stitch 1 double crochet. And in the next stitch we're going to do our 4 treble crochets in the same stitch. So that's 1. And this is number 2. And this is number 3. And number 4. Try that again, 4. Okay. Now in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to do 1/2 double crochet. Okay, and that's what it's looking like. And now we should have a total of 11 stitches left, and in those 11 stitches, we're going to do a single crochet. So we have 1, 2, and we should have 11. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I ran out of some yarn because I cut it, so let me attach some more yarn to here and I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. And all I did was just attach another piece here because and I was using a little piece of scrap yarn. I thought I had enough, and obviously I didn't. So I'll obviously have to sew those ends in. So let me finish off my single crochets here. And that's the last one. Let me try that again because I don't like the way that looks. And we're done. So we're pretty much done with the halter top. This is what it looks like. Okay. So now we're going to cut this end off here. Okay. Because we're going to work on the strap. So the strap for it, we're going to work between the two treble crochets. We have the 4 treble crochets here. We're going to work between these two, and we're going to create a chain of 32. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my crochet hook right here between the 2 trebles, okay? And I'm going to pull up a loop right here. All I'm doing is pulling up a loop, and I have both strands here, the piece right here and this one, and we're going to create a chain with both of them together, okay? So we're going to just create the first chain right here, okay? And then I'm going to drop that one. I'm going to drop this one, okay? And we're going to continue doing our chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. And once I get 32, all I'm going to do is take this part here and tug on it so that kind of makes a little knot there, okay? And I'm going to pull up a little bit because now I'm going to cut right here. Okay. Now, that's your long chain right here. And that's to tie around the doll's neck. So what I'm going to do now, you can definitely, you know, weave this into the chain, but I always find that when you weave it into the chain, it still comes out. So what I like to do is just create a knot. And I'll probably do 2 knots here at the top. So that's my first knot, and I'm kind of doing it like on top of that last stitch right there. So I'm doing 1 knot, and then I'm going to do another knot. That's why you want to leave a little piece so that you have enough. And then I'll just cut it off. So I'm just kind of making the knot on top of the knots right there. Okay. So you can do as many as you want. If you want to do 2, you want to do 3. I'm going to do 3. See how that works. Just so that you know that it's, you know, secure and it's not going to come out. Okay. So there we got 3 knots right there. So now all I'm going to do is just cut it right here at the very tip. Okay. And there you go. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And all we're going to do is, again, we have the 4 treble crochets. We're going to go between the 2 right here, just in the space. and I'm going to pull my yarn through, and then with both of these I'm going to do a chain one, and then I'm going to drop this one, and I'm going to continue to do my chains, and we're going to do a total of 32 chains. So I'll meet you once we're done with the 32 chains. So here we are, we're all done. I finished this end just like I did this side, and attached my yarn and did my chains, and then the only thing left to do is to add the button to the back. Okay, so now we are going to work on the crown. So the crown is very easy too. This is again 3 rows. So to start the crown, we are still going to use the H hook, and we are going to work with 2 strands like in the last crown that we did. We're going to work with the 2 strands, and we did a chain of 31. Okay, so we have a chain of 31. So to begin, we're going to actually do a slip stitch to close this circle here. So I'm going to do the slip stitch to the very first one. Okay. So again, this is a chain of 31. Okay. So now all we're going to do is do a chain 1, and in this very first row, we're just going to do half double crochets all the way around. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I'll do the half double crochet, and I'm going to continue to do this, and I will meet you at the end of row 1, and you should still have 31 half double crochets because that's what we chained, and then we just joined with the slip stitch, so you should have 31 half double crochets at the end of row 1. So here we are at the end of round number 1, and all you're going to do is slip stitch to that very first half double crochet you did. Make sure you grab both threads. Okay, so row 1 is complete. So row number 2, we're going to chain 1. In row 2, we're going to do the exact same thing again, and all we're going to do is half double crochets all the way across. And I'm going to just continue to do this, and I will meet you back here at the end of row number 2. And again, you should have a total of 31 half double crochets at the end. So here we are at the end of row number 2, and all I'm going to do is slip stitch. Okay, now we're going to start row 3, which is the last row. In row 3, we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to start off with a single crochet. Actually, we're going to start off with 12 single crochets. So we're going to do a total of 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we did 12 single crochets. Now in the next stitch, we are going to do 1 half double crochet. In the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet. And then in the next stitch, we're going to do 2 treble crochets. So that's 1. We're going to do 2 in the same stitch. Oh, that's yarn over twice. Forgot. Okay. So far we got 2 in the same stitch. Then we're going to do a chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do a slip stitch to that very first chain right here. So actually it's going to be a single crochet, not a slip stitch. So we chained the 3 here, and we're going to go into that first stitch, and we're going to do a single crochet. So I'm going to yarn over and pull through these two. Okay, and now we're going to do again into the same stitch. We're going to do 2 more treble crochets. Yep. Let's try that again. 1, 2, and then we're going to do treble 1. Okay, yarn over, and then do again in that same stitch a treble crochet. So I'll explain what we have in a minute. Okay, so that's what we have right now. Okay, so in that one stitch we did 2 treble crochets, we did a chain 3, and then we did a single crochet to the first chain, and then we did 2 more treble crochets all in that same stitch right there. Okay, so now we are going to do in the next stitch a double crochet, next stitch a double crochet again, and then in the next stitch we're going to do a half double crochet. Okay, so that's what the crown is looking like. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do single crochets all the way across, and you should have a total of 12 single crochets. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you at the end. So here we are at the end. I did my last single crochet, and it was a total of 12, and then all I'm going to do is slip stitch to that very first one we did, and then I'm going to do a chain, give it a tug, and then we're going to cut that end off, and we're done with our crown. Look at that. Came out really, really nice. I love how that looks. Really cute. And I just wanted to mention a couple of things. I know I've gotten some questions on some of my other crochet crowns, and maybe the other crown, and I don't remember if it was the shoes, and I think some people were having a problem because it didn't fit, that it seemed to be a little bit short. And I think what it is that your gauge, everybody's gauge is different. So you have to know, I shouldn't say gauge, I'm sorry, I meant tension. Everybody's tension is different. And my tension may be a little bit looser, yours might be a little bit tighter. So depending on your tension, you can either go up a hook or down a hook. So if you crochet and you crochet a tight, if your tension is tight, then maybe you can use a crochet hook size bigger, one size bigger. If you crochet really loose, then maybe do a crochet hook size that's less or lower. So that definitely all depends on how you crochet. I know my tension and the hooks that I use work perfect for me, and it may not be that with your tension. So just think about that. You can always go a crochet hook higher or a crochet hook down, depending on, like I said, your tension. But anyways, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. I'm not sure if you heard my Bronco snoring in the background there, because he's sleeping here in the living room with me, and I think you probably heard him in the earlier video. So anyway, that's really it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you should have, the complete outfit. I didn't crochet any shoes because she's a mermaid and shouldn't be wearing any shoes. So we did the top, we did the crown, and we did our tail, and the outfit is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this. I do have a Facebook page that I will post the link in the description for you. So if you make something from one of my patterns, I would love for you to share it with me. I also have Instagram, and I will be putting the links to both of those down below. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye.